because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, and the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no...
Now, I believe that the good citizens of Grants Pass do not want to see unsheltered people in their community suffer. But this law does nothing to solve homelessness and doesn't even make a pretense of trying to help the individual. It only seeks to find them, punish them, and move them from one spot to another. It is guaranteed to make suffering and homelessness worse.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jesse, and on behalf of the National Homelessness Law Center and the National Coalition for the Homeless. Can you imagine anything more cruel and unusual than throwing somebody in jail for using a blanket in the middle of the freezing winter? I can't, but that is just what Grants Pass did. Does that seem fair to you? Does that seem fair to you? I agree. And so do 72% of Americans. And in fact, every court that has heard this case agrees that throwing people in jail when they have no safe place to sleep is cruel and unusual punishment. Just before we get started, please stay off the steps. The police have made that easy. So please don't go to the steps. Logistics-wise, we are live streaming this rally. This is historic.
There is not a county in this country, in the 21st century, in the wealthiest country in the world, where someone working a full-time job at the current minimum wage can even afford a basic two-bedroom apartment. Not one county. More than 50 million Americans today earn less than a living wage of $15 an hour. We may not have a good way to count them, but what we know is that there are tens of millions of Americans who can't afford a place to live, who are on the brink of homelessness, who are homeless some part of the year. They may sleep at bus stations, they sleep in their cars, they crash on friends' couches, they double and triple up sometimes. But homelessness is an epidemic in this, the richest nation in the history of the world.
Share our live stream. There are 500.
Our local community continues to fail people. Now you want to ticket them, fine them, arrest them? Once a survivor has a history of these things, they are screened out of housing. We know that. And that's a systemic issue. Additionally, these policies disproportionately impact black and brown survivors who face racial discrimination and bias in housing. This is unconscionable in our day and age. Housing is safety for survivors. We call on policymakers to invest in affordable housing and survivor-specific housing programs. These urgent policy solutions are well within our grasp. We need to shift from arresting, fining, and ticketing to policies that help end abuse and end homelessness simultaneously.
We have lunches. We're going to have a bit of a program and talk about next steps. So join us down at the Episcopal Church at 213 East Capitol. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.